Okay, I haven't been on camera for the longest time, so I guess apologize for that, but now I'm back. So, anyways, first movie that I want to talk about. I mean, this is gonna be a string of videos for my video log. First movie I want to talk about is this Filipino movie that I saw the other day. Um, we had I had a little get together. I mean, I'm part of this club where we celebrate the Filipino culture, and we got together at my house and we watched this movie called The Debut. And The Debut, what can I say about this movie? I like this movie a lot, actually. It's pretty good. I mean, it gets intense and it's relatable. I mean, for a person like me, it's very relatable. And basically, what this movie is, it stars Dante Bosco. You know, you might remember him as Zuko or Rufy from Hook, and Rufio, or I don't remember. Okay, um, so Dante Bosco, he's this kid, a Filipino kid, who's trying to raise money for him to go to art school. And while he's growing up, you know, he goes through the things that Filipino kids go through. Like he has I mean, this is gonna come off as a little strange to people who aren't Filipino, but like when someone like me, like I can look at the screens, like I can actually relate to this. Like there's respect for the elders, and there's a gap between how the younger generation thinks and how the older generation thinks. And then there's the accent, and then there's the food, and then I don't know. I mean, I can't really explain it. I mean, I can't. It's something kind of just like built in when uh, it's it's a movie designed for Filipinos. Like it's specifically made for people of the Filipino descent to relate to. Like if you're watching it and you're not first generation Filipino born in America, you can relate to the parents. But if you are first generation born in America, then you can relate to Dante Bosco and his sister and how they kind of have problems dealing with their Filipino heritage. Like there's a scene where Dante Bosco he's invited his white friends over to his house, and his mom starts asking them if they want to eat, and Dante Bosco starts getting worried because his mom has the Filipino accent, like she talks like this. Do you want food? You look hungry. And I know I do a bad accent. That's not actually how it sounds, but um, you get the point where he Dante Bosco hears the accent, and he feels that his friends are getting like they think it's funny, so he tries to push him out of the house. And then there's also some scenes where the sister who's having the debut, which is basically like a cotillion. So the sister, she gets angry at Dante Bosco for like trying to be an outsider of the Filipino race. Like she calls him what she call him? She calls him no, she doesn't. There's a scene where Dante Bosco gets called a coconut, like brown on the outside, white on the inside. So I don't think it was the sister that called him that. It was someone, maybe one of his friends. But that's the whole point of the movie. Like, it's trying to show the struggles that Filipinos have to go through in America through the viewpoint of a Filipino American family. And in a way, it's good because, you know, you can get it does show all the problems, and it does show it in a way that's believable. But what the director did was he crammed like he took every single um bit of the Filipino, how do I say this? He took every single thing that he took like a whole lifetime of a Filipino family into one movie. That's what I mean. Like every single minute, it keeps reminding you that this is a movie about Filipinos in America, and it's true, but it feels forced at bits. Like, what's a forced bit? Oh, there's a forced bit where the auntie come, where his Dante Bosco's auntie comes in, and the auntie married a white person, and they spend like I think 5 minutes like hammering down the fact that like um, Filipinos consider getting married to a white person high up, and in my opinion, that's not good. But I don't know. It just doesn't seem like it flowed. Like another bit that did not flow correctly was, I think it was when they were at the rave, and Dante Basco was playing like I don't really know what they were playing. They like if they told something, they told like something, and if it's true for one person, they have to drink. There was a racist white lady who said Orientals eat dog, and yeah, it's offensive. It just did not seem it didn't seem natural in that scene. Like, and it doesn't help that like Dante Bosco sort of just like when he goes angry, he kind of just grabs the bottle, her cup, and he's like, "Give me the bottle, it's my bottle." I mean, not bottle. Give me the cup, it's my cup. And he doesn't even seem like he's angry. He just seems sad. Like, yeah. I mean, I don't know if I'm making sense. It's just it didn't seem to flow naturally. I mean, and also another thing that kind of ruins the movie a bit is just how hammy it is. Like there's a scene in the when they're at the cotillion that or the debut where they're having a dance battle, and I was kind of amazed because during this bit of the movie, me and my friends were completely silent, and I was starting to wonder to myself, how is it that these people who are just randomly dancing on the dance floor suddenly break out into like a choreographed dance battle, like the guys versus the girls? I mean, at the end of the movie, we actually talked about what was kind of stupid about the movie, and this was one of them. And we, I couldn't. It was just a choreographed dance battle. They knew all the moves they were gonna do, and they did it like perfectly. Like it was all synchronized. So that was one of the more hammier bits. Like another hammy bit was they dealt with the issue of Bob's in America, like fresh off the boat Filipinos, where it's like Filipinos who have the thick accent, like you can tell that they're an immigrant, and how Filipinos who were born in America are ashamed of Filipinos who came from the Philippines. And yeah, I guess so. Like it's a little subplot where they're dealing with Filipino immigrants dealing with Filipino Americans, and it just didn't seem like it belonged. It kind of just the character never talks with the main characters, and he kind of just like he's there for comedic relief, which is, in my opinion, not the road you want to take when you're trying to have a serious film. So, other than that, it's like I know I rambled about some bad bits of the movie, but it's more nitpicking. Like it does its job, so if it does its job, I really shouldn't bitch about it. So I liked it. I like Dante Bosco, even though his voice, not his acting, I meant his voice, really reminds me of Zuko. So throughout the whole movie, I was just imagining Zuko throughout this entire movie. And you know what? I got nothing else to say about the debut. I mean, it's really hammy, but then again, you can't really blame a movie for being hammy if if it really is trying to be hammy, like if that makes sense. Like it's trying to relate to both generations, and I guess it does relate to both generations, but yeah, I don't think it really aged well. So yeah.